Hello. Hey, everybody. I'm Cheryl J. Moses. I'm a marketing and brand strategist. And today I want to talk to you a little bit about into your authenticity and your message, your authentic voice. Okay, so I want to dive into the importance of owning your authentic voice and your message as a coach, consultant, or online educator. I think we're pretty much all educators because we're always giving value and teaching and things like that. That's pretty much our jam. And but I think a lot of people have challenges around making that thing effective. Like, how can we effectively reach people that we actually want to attract and work with, right? How can our words do that? And let's be honest, online, our online presence is contingent on what we put out, our content, right? We don't have anything else to build our brand. We have our content, we have our voice, however we're putting it out. And the beauty of it is there's so many different formats and we can do so many different things, but we have to do what's effective and what's right for us. Okay. And that's an individual thing. That's not cookie cutter. It's something that is very personal, right? So one thing I know is that it's not always about you feel imposter syndrome or you feel like you're comparing yourselves to others. And that's why you can't put out content effectively. That's not always the case. I know that for sure because I've worked with people and that was not the case. A lot of times they just couldn't find the words, right? They're better at speaking on stage than they are at posting something on social media or writing an email. They just can't really find the words to say to make it make sense in their minds. And so that becomes a thing that can keep you stagnant. It can hold you back and it can just really um, restrain you from actually putting yourself out there and bringing in the people that you want to actually work with. So, um, one of the things I do know for a fact is prospective clients do not want a carbon copy. They want something distinctive and real. And I can say for myself, even when I first started business years ago, I had an issue with being real. Like I would look at my blog posts from like 2012 or 2013 years later, and I'm looking at what I wrote back then. I'm like, wow, I didn't have any of myself in this content. I didn't really elevate my voice in this content. I'm just stating facts. I'm just stating, things that people can just Google and look up. Right? They're not getting any of me. And I found that to be a problem. But as I did it over and over and I exercised the muscle of content creation, I was actually able to then put myself and feel more comfortable. Because here's the thing with authenticity, it emerges when we let go of judgment. So sometimes it's not about other people judging you that you're worried about. Sometimes it's just you judging yourself, right? So when we let go of imperfection and things like that, then we can release the pressure and allow it to flow in and flow out the way it needs to. Okay. So this is how we're going to get to realness, because without realness, you're going to see a lot of sameness online. And that's what a lot of people are seeing. They're seeing a lot of the same things, people saying the same stuff over and over again, and they're getting tired of that. So we have to understand how to, on our unique perspective, our experiences, our areas of expertise and point of view, to allow ourselves to confident without doubting. Okay, without the doubt, releasing it, just releasing everything, because it's not that you're doing it wrong. It's just that it needs to be more effective. All right. So, and I had a client actually one time that I think she was the hardest one to crack when it came to content, because when you're dealing with somebody who's educated, it's like sometimes that's all they know is that college paper. That's how to write that college paper, or how to write in a certain way, because they're so educated. And they bring that online, and it's like, no, you can't really do that because people aren't going to receive it the way you want it the way you want them to. They're not going to understand it the way you actually want to say it, because it sounds like you're straight out of a college book. So once we got down to it and we were able to actually do an exercise to get her personality and get more of herself in her content, she was able to master this. And so one of the things that that I would suggest you do if you're having issues or challenges around putting yourself in your content is do this exercise, because what you're going to do is journal on your core strengths. Okay, think about what sets you apart from other people in your field, other people in your industry, and the specific problems and topics that you feel most passionate about talking about. What do you want to discuss? Okay. So, what are your perspectives? What is your insight? What is your expertise around the topic? Those different things. Write down, do some mind mapping. Just write these things down. Okay. Brainstorm, do a brain dump, however you want to call it. Sometimes I used to go on Google Drive, and just put it on a document, or use Google Keep or something like that, just to do a brain dump and just get it all out. Get it all out, because this is what's going to actually lay a foundation for you to build on. So when you're creating more content, you have something to stand on and you have something to pull from. All right. So we did a brainstorm, found more ways to incorporate more of her authentic style into her content programs and her branding. Okay. Now this all makes sense. Once you can see it, I think when you think it, it's something different. When you can see it, it's like it's something that you can actually look at and you can process it better. I know I think that way. You can tell me something and I can think about it. Okay, I get it. But when I see it, I can process it a little bit better, because I can look at it over and over again if I need to. Okay. So write those things down. Write those things down, and that's going to lay your foundation. All right. Now, you can do personal storytelling. It can be a visual aesthetic. It can be your tone of voice in your videos, or when you do live streams. It can be something else altogether. So what's the best thing that's going to work for you? That's what you have to figure out. Okay. Because the goal of all of this is for you to feel inspired to let your true self shine through your work. Okay. We want to see your true self shine. And that's the goal. Okay. That's the goal. That's how you make it effective. All right. When you're shining, because your radiance, that's energy that's going to draw these people into you. People want to see more of that. Okay. So if you're having issues around this, just understand your authentic message is what will form the strongest bonds with your ideal clients, and it builds trust, because we want to build the trust. That's when they buy from you. Okay. So I am opening the door for you to come into Breakout Coach Academy, because we're going to go through all of these different things. And this is what I love about this program, is that we're getting clarity and we're implementing and we're taking action, right? And we're getting things done. We're moving the needle forward, because you can get clarity all day long. You can write down, okay, I need to do this, I need to do that, and not do it. So you're going to be held accountable. You're going to get support that you need. Even if you feel like you're not doing it right, or you need to tweak something, or you need help in this area or that, through that together. Okay, we're going to walk through the journey together, because I don't think anybody should go at it alone. I mean, you have nowadays where people are buying differently, and so we have to adapt. We have to know how to be flexible, and we have to adjust. You're always going to have to do that in your brand as time goes on. It's never going to be just one way. The message is never going to be the same. When you offer different things, your message is different for all these different things. It's never just going to be the one way. So, and it's never a cookie cutter thing, right? So I want to invite you into the academy, because you're going to learn how to hook your clients. You're going to learn what to put out, what's happening now, what methods are working right now, what strategies do you need to be focused on right now to bring clients into your programs and fill your programs. Okay. So I'm going to leave that link for you. If you have any questions, about content or around content creation, how to make it more effective, what you can do, I do invite you to come to my next webinar. Okay, I'm going to also leave that link, but we're going to dive into how to create content in a micro style way, but it's going to be effective. Okay, that's the key. It's going to be effective. That means you don't have to sit on the webinar for an hour. You don't have to, you don't have to do a webinar for an hour. You can actually do content in a short amount of time, but still get your message across and still get the people in. Okay, still reel them in and get them listening to what you have to say. Okay, so I invite you to come into these different things and experience these different things because it's going to help you and go a little bit deeper. Okay, than what I've done here today. And you're going to get more clarity. Okay, that's always my goal is for you to get more clarity and for you to take the next step to actually move the needle forward. All right, so any questions, please reach out. I will talk to you guys soon.